background on also history of the material and the origin of materials and the processing of the materials and the processing of the plant. So the fact is the budget, we have the low to no budget and also the limited space and we still don't know yet how much the space and we don't know the exactly target audience and also the it also depends on the traffic jam which we don't know
What do you mean by traffic jam? On
the
the road or inside?
no the inside
Because of the limited space. Yeah, actually, I mean, you will never know the exact target audience. You know the exact target audience, you just don't know exactly who will come in the end. But target audience is always a projection, because unless the exhibition is over, you don't know who was there. But you do know that, because you talked to TCDC and they gave you their projections what kind of people they expect.
The target audience also will be the professional students and the designer also the outside. So the audience outcome is to make the audience learn and know the local Thai materials better and try to make the audience get the good experience back and also allow the audience to touch and play with the stuff and audience also can get the example from materials and also included the information inside for the outsiders in case they want to make it from scratch. For the classification, I divided into 4 groups, which is natural, fabric, recycle, and local.
Ma the yellow lady in a catalog,
yeah, but it's not the same material.
And also local, they're all local. What do you mean by local?
I mean like...
They're all Thai materials. You call it local essence.
Yeah. The local that I'm trying to say is yeah, I know it's, everything is local, but I mean it's like, how to say, the process that they make the product, everything is just handmade.
handmade and
handmade.
factory made.
Well, then you didn't choose very good names. And I think local is kind of, it's a different kind of indicator than you used for the previous 3 ones. You know, because there you refer to where, for example, if someone makes now a glass house to grow plants inside, you know, like a glass house, where would you put that in your list?
Glass house or...
Made out of glass?
Oh, the block he is doing. Where do you put it?
That's natural, I guess.
Is it? Block.
Which block?
Key.
It's natural, isn't it? That stuff.
Is it?
I don't know. But where would you put it? I don't understand neither Horst's selection nor yours, because you both chose to make a classification that describes a very, you know, defined group of materials or very defined properties of certain materials without actually knowing what materials we're going to have. So unless you have the whole content list of what exact materials we're showing, you can't really make a classification as you did right now. You know what I mean? So I was hoping you come up with different types of classification that would lend itself to a wider range of materials.
So maybe change later.
Yeah, I think we will change it.
Okay, so this is a pathway. This is the first one in the material connection.
So where's the wall? On the top? Or where's the wall?
Yeah.
That's the whole, because it's not completely surrounded. You have like here the shelf with the library.
Yeah.
Then you have here a desk. You enter from there. So you just have this small space that is flanked by 3 walls.
I thought it's gonna remove the shelf and everything to do the empty.
The shelf?
The shelf.
Their whole library.
Yeah, I know, I mean...
No. It'll basically be the space where you were all sitting when we had the
Oh, only
first
that
thing.
just
Yeah,
one,
that's
right?
why I said it's very small. 43 by 2 meters.
Move on. So the second one is on the lobby, right? In
Mhm.
front. To have the walls or something to make it organized.
So what are these weights? Are these walls that you put
Yeah,
up?
wall.
And why do we have the walls there?
So to like can okay, to direct the audience to
So the walls don't feature anything, they're just empty walls.
yeah maybe just empty wall.
Why? Just to direct the flow of the movement.
Yeah, to make it organized.
I'm not sure if you make it more organized because you base how high are the walls? So
How the need
above eyesight. I think you make it more confusing by putting up walls because it's more you will see like in a maze you won't see what's coming on next. And we were also talking about the fact that it's probably more engaging for a visitor if he doesn't have to go exactly as you tell him, but if you give a bit more freedom to let him go where he decides to go, whatever grabs his attention next, but leave it more to the person who looks at the stuff, rather than being like a hamster in a maze where you just smell for the cheese and then you end up there. You know what I mean? So you want to create a I don't know more open way to explore it and to determine to decide yourself what you want to see.
So the last one. Yeah, so the last one. I made it like on the zigzag or something. Actually, the doesn't have to walk like this, but I just put the arrow to make you know the example.
Mm-hmm.
But there should be the plan of the space, right?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
There should be, you should at least indicate roughly how big it is, and you should indicate where where's an exit, where's an entrance, or which areas are used for both, because that's very crucial in order for you to understand the space. Not only the dimensions, but also what flow is happening there, and so on. That's the whole point about
Was
making
it a requirement that they have to go to the space and then actually understand the
They were
space?
supposed to, but I said just shuttling is enough, but at least you should do some shuttling. I'm fine with it. You say roughly the space in between connecting 2 by 2 meters. That's what I even said. Whereas the space in the lobby is easily twice as big. But you have to be aware it's also the reception area, you can't block it in certain ways and so on. So that's, but you also have to show where the walls are and more importantly where is the flow of using So yeah, they were supposed to look at it or at least recall it what we discussed. But integrated it there. Because otherwise you're basically designing for a vacuum. If you don't show the context where this is all supposed to happen in. I mean, I know you're dealing with a lot of unknown factors right now. It will change because now you have an idea of who's creating what, and I hope you all took notes. So now you get a better idea also roughly about the dimension of the objects that will be on display and things like that. But still you had way more information to make I don't know, already further developed proposals than this. Because I think it all comes down also to the fact that I think the classification is not really logical, or it doesn't really make too much sense.
Because they don't know yet what will be
Yeah,
exhibited in
yeah.
space.
I think now you will get, or hopefully you gained a clearer understanding now of what kind of materials there are. But this is kind of just like a, like a very long shot if you start classifying materials like that. I was hoping you keep it a bit more, general, like these are the possible classifications we could make, and not be so precise already about specific groups. Does it make sense what I'm saying? I know that this first stage is quite abstract, but now you know more unknown, so it should be much easier now. Okay, thank you. You got nothing